Geoheritage and forest, they go hand in hand. Wherever there are too many forests and thick forests, geoheritage is an integral part of it. We tend to see that. And the government of MP and especially the forest department is very, very sensitive towards conservation effects, conservation of natural heritage and including the geoheritage. As is, very evident that way back in 1983, when the fossils were being plundered from Dindori Mandla area in Khugua, the government notified it as a national park, and it was 83 then. And then again, when the same thing happened in Bagh, where the dinosaur nesting sites and the Indian origin dinosaur remains of Rajasaurus narmadensis were found, even that site has been declared as a national park. So the national park actually provides enough coverage for not letting the fossils be taken away, and that area be protected in a way where you can act against the plunderers and the trespassers. So that is one thing. And the other thing is, like, there are other areas in national parks and reserve forest areas where there is a lot of geoheritage strewn around. There are rock shelters, there are a lot of caves, there are a lot of water bodies, a lot of important, in fact, things of international significance. So there also we take help of archaeological department. Even now, a place called Yannorgarh, lately we in the Ecotourism board have given the intact people some funds to restore and to organize that area in a ecotourism site. So a lot of research work, a lot of things. In fact, in the Ecotourism Development Board also, we are preferring these sites because they become a very big attraction apart from the forest area, where we go for trekking and camping and other activities. And with these sites, with like POW camps and all these things, when they become a big attraction, it attracts a lot of visitors, and so helps the local economy grow too. In the forest areas, of course, we have our working plans in order, and these are prescriptions of forest management. So whenever a working plan is made, these sites of national importance or heritage importance are listed, definitely. They may not be converted into sites of ecotourism, but they are listed there. Archaeological survey of the state archaeological department, the GSI, all of them have their own lists of rock shelters or the sites of importance. The only thing I think is we need to pool these things together. So there needs to be a platform where somebody could come together, because that is lacking. So whenever we do something, we take their help. So the Ecotourism Board has a multidisciplinary executive committee. So there we get to talk about these things. So in a way, the forest department supports the cause. The forest department works in areas where there are forests, which is about 30% in MP, but 70% of that whole area also has a lot of geosites, and a lot of things are outside the forest areas, out of the control of our jurisdiction. So I think like the culture department, under which the archaeological department also falls, they could be a good coordinator, or the mining department, because they are also in a way responsible for saving these things, not giving them as blocks for excavation and all. So different areas are there, but I think the cultural department could be a very good umbrella under which we could work together. In Ecotourism Development Board, we do a flagship program for the department, which is called Anubhuti, where we take about 1,20,000 children to the forest areas every year. It's an initiative for class 8th to 11th children, and we take them in an organized group and show them around, in which these areas of geological importance are also covered. Like wherever there is like this importance, like in Bagh, for example, we make sure that they go and see these areas, because that is more important. The belongingness will come more in those areas for these kind of heritage sites, rather than just the forest. So it's an integrated approach wherever, like the basalt columnar structures. So we take guided tours there. For the children, these places of interest are also, like, they are also shown this. And I would say that it's very important, like for example, like in Bagh National Park, around it, the children around it, on the district, to improve their sense of understanding about the fossils and to make them feel the belongingness and feel the pride, to instill pride in them for the kind of heritage they are sitting on. I think we should make them as friends of the national park and friends of fossils, and promote them in a very organized manner every year, so that they learn something. The whole district will get illuminated about it then. We are looking at the aspect of community managed ecotourism sites now, and also developing homestays in different areas. So this is a very good activity, because you know, in any ecotourism site you need attractions, and you need not just one, but at least 10 different activities for visitors to keep them interested in. So this I'm sure will add up, and it'll, because lately it's the diamonds of Panna have been in news that people are getting very large stones there. So I guess this is a time when we could harness on that, you know. Which better place than Madhya Pradesh, because the Tethys Sea, the remains there, the dinosaurs, the prehistoric era people, everything is there. So, and the heritage of I think the prehistoric times se lekar abhi tak, everything is there in MP. So I think, and the Narmada Valley, which is the most important geoheritage we have. So, yes, so MP has many firsts. So the dinosaur, the eggs, the bones, the teeth, the sharks, everything, you know. So I think MP is a good place to come to, and if the appropriate people from the ministries talk to the government of MP, I guess MP will be very forthright and forthcoming and very welcoming for such a proposal.